An exorcist. What's he doing here?
That's...
It's a world tree leaf.
We need that for the Omega Elixir.
You know of the Omega Elixir? You're no ordinary travelers.
I think you can tell that just by looking at us.
He seems wary of us. Should we take it by force?
No, we'd be at a disadvantage. He looks strong.
I could try talking to him. Wait, let me try.
All right, Laffy. Do what you need to.
Please, sir, may we have that? We need it badly.
Sorry, kid. I've only this one. You're so young. Do you really think you can make an Omega Elixir?
I have a friend who's very sick. If there's anything I can do to save him, anything at all, I have to try.
Did you already gather the other ingredients?
No, we still don't know what the last one might be. But I'll find it. I swear I will. My friend is suffering too much. I refuse to give up on him.
Take it.
Are you certain? Don't you need this as well?
I'm an exorcist. Talking to you, well, we're supposed to put the needs of others ahead of our own. You think not of yourself. I would be a poor model were I to deprive you in your time of need.
Thank you.
By the way, young one, perhaps this will help your cause. I've been studying an old book, and it would seem that the final ingredient is a Moloch's prayers. Unfortunately, thanks to the Lord of Calamity, the Abbey's been losing a good number of Malachim. I've managed to be exceedingly lucky and mine is still okay, but... he will not give me his prayers, even when I command him to. Perhaps you will succeed. I have not faltered in my duties as an exorcist. The world must come before my family. I'm so sorry, Vidal.
Dun dun dun!
Now that we know what the last ingredient is, there's just one thing left to do.
Hey! I think that might have been Vidal's dad.
Well, now that you mention it, Vidal did say that his dad was an exorcist.
If he was the one who borrowed the book from Vidal's mother, that would explain how he got here.
Damn though, that's cold. Doesn't that mean he was willing to give up on his son? How could he place more value in the Abbey's teachings than on his own son's life?
I think he made the rational decision. Remember, he felt that there was no way he could get the last ingredient for himself, so...
Yeah, okay, sure, logic. Kids ain't logical. How do you think Fidel would have taken this?
I'm sure he'd be terribly hurt.
Look at it like this. That guy clearly went to a lot of trouble to decipher the book. He would have faced considerable dangers just to get here.
Exorcists can't save the whole world. They have to live their lives conflicted like the rest of us. If everyone lived as selfishly as me, the world would be a wasteland.
Velvet.
I don't disagree, but he knew what he was doing.
Am I dreaming this? Is Velvet actually defending an exorcist? Pinch me!
I'm only stating the truth. Anyway, if we'd fought, it would have been to the death.
Good thing this ended peacefully.
Fee, I can't tell you what's right in this situation. But if Fidel does die, the sadness will be numbing. I can promise you that.
Yeah, but I think even in sadness, hope can spring to life. As long as you keep living.
Anyway, we've got everything we need. Let's get back to Vidal's house and make the Omega Elixir.
That exorcist said the last ingredient was a Moloch's prayers. That's all it is?
We're in good shape then. We've got Laphicet and Aizen and Bienfu. One of you can surely squeeze out a prayer or two, yeah?
I don't think you want Aizen praying over anything, bro. Not Aizen. Aiden, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Good luck out.
Dude, we did not finish a single island today. I'll definitely have to do some of it off stream if we want to actually get them all done. Because there's no way to speed it up. It takes however long it takes with the timer and all. Mine. colorful waistcoat. Alright, get me out of here. Let's just go to Renede and get this all done. We'll be finished with all the cutscenes with Videl and be done with Laphicet's side quest. Then if we have time, we'll go to Loringen.
We're back! Where's Videl?
Oh, it's you, Laphicet. I'm sorry, but Videl's already lost consciousness.
But he's still alive, isn't he? Please, let me see him. Videl, it's me, Laphicet. We have all of the ingredients for the Omega Elixir. I'll prove that your translations were correct, Videl. Just wait.
Laphicet...
He's awake!
No, he's just mumbling. That's all he's been saying this whole time. I'm sorry. Sorry, Laphicet. I'm sorry I told you to go away. I really wanted to talk to you more.
It's fine, really. That doesn't matter now. You're my friend. There's so much of the world you still need to see. You have to get better, so we can go on adventures together, okay? Huh?
Is that...
It's the Omega Elixir. So, it wasn't really a Moloch's prayers.
It was their tears.
Imagine crying. Cringe.
Sweetheart, you're home.
I am. But I have no right to be here at this point. I chose to do my duty as an exorcist over the welfare of my own dear family. I won't ask for forgiveness. This isn't something that can be forgiven.
Dad?
Videl, are you feeling okay?
He's fine. A generous friend worked hard to prepare the Omega Elixir for him.
The Omega Elixir? Wait, don't tell me your friend is...
You helped him, right? I heard that it was you who told him what the final ingredient was. Thank you, Dad.
No, son. You have no idea. I...
Dad, it's okay. You protected the world in your own way. The one Mom and I live in. The one I want to explore when I get a little older.
Son...
All's well that ends well,
Hard to believe we managed to actually make an Omega Elixir. That's one hell of an accomplishment.
Oh, and here I was anticipating much wailing and gnashing of teeth. Videl turned out to be pretty resilient, huh?
Can't you just say good job like a normal person?
You're no fun. You did good, kid.
Thanks. But I might have given up if not for Velvet's encouragement.
All I did was rile you up. I wouldn't call it encouragement.
Not you too, Velvet.
Anyway, that was a noble thing you did, Laphicet. You really held on to your hope all the way through.
Yeah, I just didn't want to give up on Videl. But I don't really think it's worth praising. I haven't felt lost like you have, Velvet. If I had, I don't think I would have been so sure of myself.
Perhaps. But I think you'll still have it in you. Even if you ever do lose something dear.
Huh? Why?
That's just the feeling I get. Look, I'm tired of Eleanor's grumbling, so I thought I'd say something nice for once.
Could you not make this my fault?
The Praying Moloch. Laphicet now has something more precious than any item. It's a fun way to include the Omega Elixir, which is a recurring thing throughout the franchise pretty often. Normally, it's an item you can actually use that just, like, heals the whole party at once. Maybe not normally. I think it is in Zillia and probably some other Tales of games. I don't know how many. But I like the way they use it in this game for a side quest like that. Very neat. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wait. Oh, I thought for a second there she hadn't mastered that calcite spear. I was about to be like, how did I never get a calcite spear? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound like it adds up at all. I need more mithril to get this to +8. Can I finagle up 5 mithril right now? I am going to try... You definitely do not need this mithril paper. Get that out of here. I put this at +1 for some reason. You're definitely going to keep using the Dragon's Bite long term instead of this mithril bracelet. Same for this Finger of God. So we can go ahead and dismantle both those because I also need more gold, like always. So much feldspar. Mithril Doll, you will not use that over the Secret Agent Doll, so I can dismantle it because you've mastered it. Mithril Spear, I actually don't know if the Guandao is better or not for you here. To be honest. Look at all this quartz. Look at it! Look at it! Get rid of some of that. Who else got mithril lying around? Soothing Knife is definitely... I don't think you use, like, any of your magic stat at all. So Soothing Knife definitely better for you there. Adamantine Bag, definitely better than Mithril Bag. I think that's I think I have enough Mithril now. I do! Boy, howdy, that costs a lot. 30,000... No, not 30,000. That's 300,001 gold. 301,773 gold to get this thing to +9. We need 12 more mithril. I am really hoping that the bosses in whatchamacallit, or not the bosses, but just the enemies in the post-game dungeon drop a lot of stuff. A lot of mithril stuff. Anyway, let's go see about whatever this was. I don't remember exactly. Oh, it was about Claudin, right? Claudin, who was, he was some fancy king who, like, lived for years and years longer than he should, and he ended up being Melchior's teacher, and... Or not Melchior's teacher, he was Melchior's friend. He was Artorias' teacher. Yeah. Yo, what's up?
Hey, I've got a question. Were you one of the Norman who traveled with Artorias?
Why, sure!
Crimson.
Are you a relative of his or something?
Tell me, what happened here?
No can do. That ain't something I can just go blabbing about.
I'm a follower of Melchior's, who in turn stood behind Claudin. Please, we'd like to know.
Well then, this place is where Claudin died. It all happened more than 10 years ago. Claudin had taken an oath never to kill, but he broke it to save the life of Artorias, his most beloved disciple.
Another death on his hands.
Nah, Artorias didn't do nothing wrong. There was no other way Claudin could have saved the boy. Besides, Claudin had nearly stretched that oath to its limits. Claudin believed in the purity of Artorias' spirit. He entrusted his hopes and the very future of the world to his disciple. Sad thing is, Artorias just kept blaming himself for the death of his master.
That sounds like him.
So he tried to do everything he could to live up to Claudin's ideals, with no one else to help. He traveled the world teaching folks about Malachine and them dreadful demons, and how important it is to have a pure heart. But people had lived in peace so long, they didn't care for his stories. And in the end, the 4 Empyreans drifted into slumber. Once again, Artorias felt he had nobody to blame but himself. So what did he do? He started talking about how if we stuck with him, he'd turn us into demons. So he journeyed to the east, all by his lonesome.
He went east.
Say! How is Artorias doing these days? What's he been up to?
Well, thanks for sharing your story. I know it must not be the easiest thing to talk about.
Midgand has become a dangerous place. You should go back to Norman Island before you turn into a demon.
So, our young head exorcist, racked with despair and helplessness, gave everything up and headed to the east. So then, To Eastgand, I guess?
Maybe to a ball?
Velvet, why don't we stop in a ball? I feel like we're being called there.
Yeah, I feel it too.
Oh, there's yet another cutscene relating to all of this over in a ball, huh? I got time for that. Let's just warp straight there. We still got enough time. Velvet's house. Wants me to go over to the, whatchamacallit. Arthur the Exorcist, go for a stroll in a ball. Wants me to go over to the graves. What have we got? What have we got? A cat's chest. Can I open this? I have enough? Yep, just enough. A Norman?
Once I saw this place, it all started to make sense. Artorias must have lived a happy and peaceful life here.
Who are you?
Who, me? I'm a Norman who traveled the continent with Artorias years ago. He's been on my mind quite a lot lately. So I followed a rumor that led me here.
That Princessia. Were you the one who put it out?
Nope, wasn't me. It was already here when I arrived. Do you know the deeper symbolic meaning behind the Princessia flower?
It can mean an irreplaceable treasure, or that you wish them well for years to come.
Then the one who planted it was...
Yep, that's right. The person lying in this grave saved the life of a certain someone who had been worn down and broken by his mission. Thank you. The poor fellow. He was always so serious. So deadly, deadly serious. And he was practically always being strangled by his own conscience. So much so that he deluded himself into believing he needed to erase the emotions of the human race he so dearly loved. Please, if I may, somehow, some way, set the poor guy free.
Oh, I intend to. But my version of setting him free might be a bit different from yours.
Well, I'm still counting on you, Lord of Calamity.
I think I understand Artorias' past now.
Yeah. No matter who you are or how far up the chain you climb, life never entirely goes your way.
You said it. As much as he claims to be a man of reason, he still managed to give in to sentiment enough to plant flowers here.
Not only can he not protect the ones he loves, he can't even permit himself to be free.
Indeed. But I think that's human nature, too.
I suppose. But I'd also say he has an inner strength like no one else. He lost his master and his wife, and yet he overcame those failures to rise again as the shepherd.
I get that. But it doesn't absolve his crimes. I have to settle the score with him.
Yeah. I'll be with you until the very end, Velvet.
Are you sure that's really something you want to say in front of your sister's gravesite?
All the more reason she should hear this.
That's rough. That's rough. Good luck. I'm not the only one counting on you. Oh, what is this one? What's his name? Eternity. Eternity is probably some, like, res when you die skill or something in Zestiria. So all of the named Norman, other than the ones who are named the funny ways for Zestiria's gimmick, are the ones who travel. I think there are like 50 of them or something. I think it's 52 because I think Phoenix is one of them. Phoenix reses when you die. Eternity must be something else, like block damage or something. But, what was I gonna say? All of the ones with dumb names that do Zestiria's gimmick where you have to, like, find them throughout playing Zestiria must be the ones that traveled with Artorias. Alright, well, that is great. We finished the main story. We didn't get into the post-game dungeon today, but we knocked out a lot of other side quests and whatnot. A lot of stuff got done. Let me look here real quick. Where do we have stuff that, like, has exclamation marks on it? We still have the last class 4 to do. We'll definitely do that next stream, more than likely. I don't remember if the Earth Pulse actually has a geotree in it. I think it might not, because the geotree is, like, related to the Earth Pulse. We have to figure out how to get back to Hexen Island still. There's still quite a bit to do. Quite a bit to do. Vortigern, we're going to go for Rokuro's side quest eventually. That's when we'll get that Geo Tree. I got to go back to West Laban Tunnel and get that one. It might just be Vortigern and West Laban Tunnel and Hexen Isle, obviously. Might be the only ones left, because again, I don't think the Earth Pulse counts, but maybe it does. But we're almost done with Geo Trees. Definitely getting into the post-game dungeon is what we're going to do next time and start going through that. That'll level us up a bit and help us with some of these late-game bosses, like the one waiting for us at Titania and other such things. And the cameo battles. I want to start the cameo battles next time, because we should be able to do the first two, and then we're going to save the final cameo battle for the last fight, because I think it's like the hardest fight in the game. Or it's at least up there. It's one of them. But yeah. I do think that maybe 2 more streams, probably 3 more streams, and we should be able to finish up Berseria. So, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. This game is so much fun. I really still very much want to get Velvet a full set of like maxed out armor, and not just like low tier, like, oh, let's just do like the rarity 1 stuff, because that's easy. I want to get her like good armor, like rarity like 12 at the least, but ideally like higher than that. So. That should be more doable once we start going through the post-game dungeon, because we'll start getting a lot of, like, mithril and gold scrap and whatnot, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you next time for more Tales of Berseria Remastered. Until then, farewell.